All right, so we are live here at StonyBrook Indoor for the 2023-24 High School Winter League. I am Ellis Joshua, and I'm joined by the current StonyBrook women's lacrosse goalie, Francesca Vitoriti. Francesca, how are you doing here this morning?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for having me. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's pretty early, but we're ready to go. And we got a goal right off the bat by Reese King of Westhampton. Getting things going early.
Yeah, we saw that one with an 8-meter, which was a pretty good step-down shot.
Yeah, Reese King, definitely one of the more powerful shots on the island in the class of 2025. So Westhampton leads this one 1-0, going up against Rocky Point. So Rocky Point now with their first possession of the morning here. That's Mackenzie Moeller, the lefty attacker with the rock. She's looking inside there, looking inside there for Kylie Lamoureux, but that ball is down, and that ground ball is going to Westhampton, and they are taking this one the other way. On the GB there was Haley Donahoe. So the CT gives the ball back to Westhampton. So they have the early 1-0 lead here. Peyton Warby, she looks inside there.
We see some pretty good defense by Rocky Point here.
Yeah, Rocky Point definitely getting after it, looking for some deflections, trying to get this one back here. Reese King has it. She's looking for goal number 2, but that shot goes wide, backed up by Westhampton. Warby there with the backup. She was looking there up top, trying to get that one over to Kenzie Schindler, or excuse me, Katie Lanning, but this one back to Rocky Point and Kylie Lamoureux. So Rocky Point looking to get situated, try and come up with the equalizer. And just so everyone knows, for those that may be tuning in to their first Winter League live stream, the games are 2 20-minute halves running time.
We see a great save by Maya.
Yes, absolutely. Great save there by the UPenn-bound goalie, Maya Farnan. But 2 20-minute halves running time is the format for this game, with the shot clock as well.
Oh, what a great pick-off there.
Yeah, Reese King just picking that pass off. Fiona Vu looking for the feed, but Reese King is taking this one the other way. And it looks like Westhampton gets the shooting space there. That's Bree Provenzano. So Provenzano looking to give Westhampton a 2-0 lead.
Oh, and a great save.
Yes, save there for Rocky Point by Breezy Henke. Breezy, the UMass commit. Now, Francesca, I got to ask you, just as a goalie, you know, like going into games, there's a chance you could see a lot of shots, and especially on the free position. But what's kind of your approach when you know that you might see a ton of free position shots? Do you have like an idea of maybe a percentage that you try and shoot for save-wise?
Yeah, so I definitely try to get over 50%. I make the saves I can make and then try to steal a few, and that's considered a good game for me, but you just kind of got to stay locked in and just watch the ball.
Yeah, no doubt. And Rocky Point gets it back as Lamoureux looks to Moeller. One more, and that's going to be a goal for Rocky Point. Cadence Adamo tying this game at 1. Nice transition goal there. So Adamo comes back with the equalizer for Rocky Point. Also, just so people know out there, so we do draws after every 4 goals, so it gives the teams a chance to kind of play more up-tempo, also preserve time on the clock because it's running time, so it gives them more action. So we go back to the draw circle after every 4 goals. And we got a 1-1 game here. Rocky Point, or excuse me, Westhampton looking for the lead there. They're going to keep possession though. Looking inside there, but that ball's down. Lanning able to keep possession, but a late clock for the Hurricanes. And that's going to be a violation.
We've seen great defense by the Rocky Point defense for the first half of this game.
Yeah, Rocky Point, they've been pretty stout defensively early on here, just having a little trouble just keeping possession and getting in sync offensively. As that turnover gives it back to Westhampton. This one trickling away, but Westhampton keeps possession. They work it up top to Lily Graves. Lily Graves going to Binghamton. Looks inside, but a save there. Breezy Henke with a big early save here in this one, keeping this game tied up at 1.
Yes, we saw 2 saves by her and a foul on the second.
Yeah, so the foul keeps it with Westhampton as Lily Graves looks for the lead, and she connects. So Graves putting the Hurricanes up 2-1. As Rocky Point coming back down as they look to clear here. That's Megan Curtin. And Curtin able to get that one to Kaylee Moeller. So Rocky Point looking to, again, just kind of get situated here, have some clean possessions offensively. As Kaylee Moeller gets that one to her sister, Mackenzie Moeller. Good defense there for Westhampton by Haley Donahoe. Now that's Adamo with the rock. Looks for Moeller. That pass trickles away, but Rocky Point does keep, and they do draw a foul. Late clock, though, for Rocky Point. So they got to get a shot on goal here. Moeller looks for Lamoureux, but that ball's down. And it looks like that's going to be a violation, so gives possession back to Westhampton. So that's Lily Graves. She looks to clear. Lily Graves, the midi/defender for Westhampton. Very versatile, can play multiple positions. Graves gets that to Ava Derby. Derby, the sophomore, she had a big freshman season last spring for Westhampton. Now that's Reese King looking to split.
And another great save.
Breezy Henke having a day early on. And let's see if Rocky Point can capitalize here as Violet Freebody with the clear. Gets that to Adamo. And now that's Fiona Vu going to Brown. She's looking for Mackenzie Moeller. Moeller looks to kick it back out, but that one a little too hot to handle. And that one makes its way back to Westhampton. Madison Mayer. And this could be a transition goal for the Hurricanes. Oh, and that shot goes high. Good defense there by Rocky Point. Just to kind of make that shot go awry. And with Henke there having the backup, gives it back to Rocky Point. As Fiona Vu takes this one up the field. Vu going through everybody. The shot. How about that save, Francesca?
That was a crazy save there by Maya. The goalies are definitely keeping this game very interesting.
Yeah, this is absolutely a goalie battle early on in this one. Two of the best 2025 goalies on the island here. As Westhampton once again with possession, looking in transition as Derby goes to King. King looking to flip it back. Possession there is kept by Westhampton. Looks like they're going to work this one around here. Reese King, she's seen a bit of a double team. She looks for Derby. That ball's down, though, and this one is going back to Rocky Point. So Adamo there with the GB. Goes back to Breezy, and they redirect here. As free body there with the ground ball for Rocky Point. And I gotta imagine Francesca playing this early, 7 o'clock start time. Sometimes it takes a little while just to kind of get the blood flowing.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm excited to see what the second half has to bring. We've seen like a good fight from both defenses. Oh, and a goal to tie it up.
Yes, and this game is tied up at 2 on the goal there by Kaylee Moeller. So Moeller tying this one at 2, and that will bring us back to the draw circle. So Moeller doing a nice job, able to just kind of get free and come up with the equalizer here. So taking the draw here for Rocky Point, we have Violet Freebody, and for Westhampton, it's Reese King. As this one is up. And this one is going to go to Rocky Point. So Rocky Point looking for their first lead of the game. Kaylee Moeller with the rock, or excuse me, Mackenzie Moeller looks inside, and that's going to be a goal by Freebody to give Rocky Point their first lead.
And we see a great clear by Maya, getting the ball up the field very quickly.
Yeah, Maya Farner wasting no time there. So we are at the 7-minute mark here in the first half. Rocky Point just moments ago taking their first lead of the game at 3-2. Westhampton looks to come back. Ava Derby with possession. Great defense, though, by Rocky Point as this ball is down. And they do keep possession there on the ground ball by Kaden Dorn. Oh, and this one thrown away. That pass just a little awry there by Derby as she was looking for Anya Byrne. As Rocky Point looking to clear, but ball is down. And that's going to stay with Rocky Point. Fiona Vu gets that one ahead to Freebody. Mackenzie Moeller, lefty attacker, gets a shot. And that's going to be a goal for Moeller. So a 4-2 lead now for Rocky Point. But Westhampton, they're coming back quickly. Derby looking for the shot. That one sails high.
And we see a backup by Westhampton. Oh, never mind. We have a
looks like, yeah.
goalie ball.
Yeah, it looks like that one is going to the goalie. Now, Francesca, if you're playing in a setting like this where you know there's only going to be a draw every 4 goals, are you going to be one that's looking to kind of pick up the pace, up-tempo, look to clear quickly, kind of get your team some transition opportunities?
Yes, for sure, especially when the time is not stopped for fouls or something like that.
Yeah, we've seen both goalies trying to take advantage of that. As the turnover there forced by Westhampton. That was Chloe Mosher forcing the turnover. But Breezy Henke with another save.
Breezy's definitely having a day today.
She really is. This 7 a.m. start time isn't too early for her.
Definitely not.
As Kaylee Moeller gets that to Kylie Lamoureux. Lamoureux goes to Mackenzie Moeller. Back to Lamoureux. Lamoureux going to Maryland. So Rocky Point definitely with the momentum at this point. As Fiona Vu.
Oh, and a great pass there. Great connection.
Yeah, great connection. That was Vu to Lamoureux. So Fiona Vu with the assist there and Kylie Lamoureux with the finish. And Rocky Point, they have the 5-2 lead. And now another turnover by Westhampton. So Rocky Point has to be feeling good about the start that they're off to in this first half. Building a 3-goal lead. And once again with possession, as Moeller goes back to Lamoureux, and looks like Fiona Vu gets the call there. And Vu has that one knocked down, but that's going to be staying right here with Rocky Point. So Vu with another opportunity.
Oh, and a great save by Maya.
Yeah, Maya Farnan all over that one. And that's definitely just what they needed just to stay within striking distance in this game. As Kaylee Moeller dishes it back to Mackenzie. They go back to Kaylee.
Oh,
Wow.
Good finish. That was a great finish.
It was a heck of a finish there by Kaylee Moeller.
And we're back at the draw.
Yes, that is going to be the 8th goal of the game, so back to the draw circle. But Kaylee Moeller with the finish there. And Rocky Point, they extend this lead to 6-2. So taking the draw, it will be Kaylee Moeller for Rocky Point up against Reese King for Westhampton. And on the ground ball there, that one goes to Rocky Point. Kylie Hagan with the GB.
And a great save in transition there.
Yeah, Rocky Point looking to score quickly, but Maya Farnan says no. So Westhampton looking to just kind of regain some momentum here as they look to clear, as Farnan ultimately gets that one to Kenzie Schindler. They work this back up top to Reese King. King looking for Graves there, but that ball's down. Looks like we're going to get a bit of a push, so this one will stay with Westhampton. And that's going to be a goal for Westhampton. Madison Mayer comes through and brings them to within 3 as we're under 30 seconds remaining here in this first half. So Megan Curtin with the clear. She's going to get pushed out of bounds here. Got about 10 seconds to work with. Down to 5 seconds. Let's see if Rocky Point can cash in one more here. Down to 1 second. And that will do it for the first half, but a good first 20 minutes for Rocky Point as they have a 6-3 lead here. But we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back shortly with the start of the second half.
Hey, Ellis, shot clock just stopped. Yeah, that last.
Yeah, you're good, you're good. No, you're good, you're good. I'll be right back.
Wait, you're here? Why'd you get up? Except it's live.
Next one, kill it. Kill it every night.
Mike, how we doing? We're good? Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright, cool. Love the goalie commentating.
Exactly.
All right, so we're back here for the start of the second half. Westhampton and Rocky Point. And Francesca, how about the momentum that Rocky Point really built down the stretch there in that first half?
Yeah, so we saw Westhampton Beach come out to a strong start, and Rocky Point definitely changed that throughout the rest of the half. We see them with the first draw of the second half.
Yeah, Rocky Point winning that first draw.
Oh, and here we go with a free position.
Yeah, getting the free position there. It's going to be Cadence Adamo. Adamo, just a freshman, 2027. They get a piece there, but looks like this one is going to stay with Rocky Point. Adamo going to get another opportunity here.
And a great save by
Wow.
Maya.
Maya Farnan doing Maya Farnan type things as this stays a 6-3 game. Looking to clear quickly as she gets this ahead to Ava Derby. Derby looking for King. Oh, looking inside there, but the takeaway there by Kaylee Moeller. So Rocky Point back with possession as Breezy Henke gets that ahead to Freebody. And Rocky Point gonna settle things down here. Moeller up top to Vu. Fiona Vu with the shot. Looks like Maya Farnan might have gotten a piece of that one.
Yes, I think that one was a deflection. Maya Farnan has been able to keep Westhampton Beach in this game for sure.
No doubt. They are certainly within striking distance, in large part because of Maya Farnan's performance in the net. And now Westhampton getting the free position here. That's going to be Megan Tofano. Tofano the shot, and that's a goal.
That was definitely a momentum-changing goal for Westhampton Beach.
Yeah, you could be right, Francesca. Let's definitely remember that. Say we're down 6-2. Now they cut it to 6-4.
They've been very present in the ride this whole game.
Yeah, I think you bring up a really good point, especially early on in that game when both teams kind of having a little trouble with the clear. I think the defense, especially on the ride, that's been a huge part of that. As Westhampton looking to force another turnover there, but Rocky Point able to keep possession for a moment. Let's see where this one winds up. What a fight there for the ground ball. Haley Donahoe looking to come up with that one. This one's still on the ground. And Lily Graves has the GB, but it looks like this one's going to trickle out of bounds. So, tough break there for Westhampton. And that's Vu looking for Moeller. Moeller going to force it back out. Good interior defense there by the Hurricanes. Now that's Mackenzie Moeller. Good defense there by Donahoe. As Mackenzie gets it to Kaylee. Derby with the pressure. Kaylee Moeller, though, somehow eludes and gets her way inside for the goal.
She has very good protection with her stick skills. She was able to get through a number of defenders to score that one.
Yeah, way to just hold on to that one there by Kaylee Moeller. And so that goal puts Rocky Point back ahead by 3 as they lead this one 7-4. Got about 14 and a half minutes left in the second half. Westhampton looks to come back. Anya Byrne gonna dish behind the cage to King. Reese King looking to make her way inside. And that's going to be a goal for Reese King. So Reese bringing the Hurricanes back within 2. And with that being the 12th goal of the game, that will bring us back to the draw circle. Our referees doing a great job staying on top of it here. Simple math, but it's early, so could always get caught slipping, but not our guys here today. So it'll be Reese King up against Kaylee Moeller. Westhampton looking to just kind of build some momentum as they are still very much within this game. That's a good win to herself by Reese King. And that one is going to go out of bounds, so just an unforced error there. So Reese King looks to ride, try and get it back. But good protection there by Vu. And Rocky Point able to clear successfully. Now, Francesca, talking about just the clear here as a goalie and, of course, the amount of practices that you guys, being StonyBrook, have in here, just like talk about maybe the difficulties of clearing on the indoor turf versus outdoors with it being more close quarters.
Right, so it definitely is a shorter field for us, and we're not able to break out as much, so it is more in tight clears, so it does force our team to be a little bit more cautious on the ride. But I definitely think that it helps us once we go outside because of how in tight we are when we're inside.
Yeah, I think that's a great point as they got a late clock here.
And a great finish.
Wow. Kaylee Moeller having a day, and that was just before the expiration of the shot clock. So Rocky Point back up by 3. But yeah, just going back to that point about the shorter field, and that's where, for teams that are playing in this league, if you have a great defense and a really great ride, you're going to come up with your share of caused turnovers, being that it just makes it that much more difficult to clear on a field like this.
For sure, especially when you're not used to the shorter field.
Right. So like some of the teams that may be playing in this league for the first time and maybe having their first game here at the indoor turf, it might take some adjusting. And then, of course, with the shot clock, that just adds a whole nother element to it. As Westhampton gets the takeaway there, Lily Graves. Graves has definitely made her presence felt in this one. So we got about 10.5 minutes left here in this game. Rocky Point with the 8-5 lead.
Oh, and a great save.
Breezy Henke all over it. She definitely has to be in the mix for POG, wouldn't you say, Francesca?
Oh, 100%. She's definitely made a huge difference in this game.
Yeah, she's got to be the front runner right now if Rocky Point is able to hang on here. But Westhampton going to get a chance.
And a great cut there on transition.
Yeah, and way to take advantage there. So Katie Lanning comes up with that goal for Westhampton. And Madison Mayer had that assist. So that makes it an 8-6 game. Still plenty of time here. 9.5 minutes remaining. Oh, and another just unforced error. So possession back to Westhampton.
And we see Maya taking this one and forcing her defense up the field a little bit.
Yeah, definitely looking to push there, and Maya Farnan absolutely comfortable bringing this one up as far as possible. And so that's a good job there, as Westhampton will have plenty of time to operate on the shot clock. So Anya Byrne gets that up top to Graves. Graves to Reese King. So they work this one around, makes its way back to Reese King. And that one bounces its way through the back of the net for Reese King. And just like that, we have an 8-7 game. So Westhampton certainly not going away. And just another thing that makes this league so interesting is that with the running clock and no timeouts, you can't really stop the bleeding by stopping the clock. It really just has to be just settled possessions, good offense, and it's really up to those on the field just to kind of change the tide of the game. So just another different element as opposed to the high school season.
Yes, for sure. And that also does come with like the communication piece. And I think Westhampton's doing a really good job with their communication on defense, as they've had a few takeaways here.
Yeah, that's a great point. And just like that, right on cue, they do come up with another takeaway. That was Chloe Mosher forcing the turnover.
Oh, and a great finish there in transition. And we have a tie game again.
Reese King with the equalizer. We are knotted up at 8. So what an answer here for Westhampton. And it started with the defense. Chloe Mosher forcing the turnover, and Westhampton able to capitalize and get out in transition. And
for sure.
Yeah, and the UNC commit Reese King able to snipe that one. So 7 minutes remaining. This is certainly anyone's game. And just for the audience tuning in that may be tuning in for the first time, these games can end in a tie. So we don't have overtime for the first 3 weeks of play. That would be the pool play. And then once we get into the playoffs, of course, then we would go into overtime if necessary. A nice ground ball there by Kaylee Moeller. So Rocky Point looking to reclaim the lead. Great look, and the finish there by Lamoureux.
She was able to get inside there, and I think the defender might have lost her for a second. She was able to capitalize on that.
Yeah, you absolutely do not want to leave Kylie Lamoureux wide open like that. And a nice job by Mackenzie Moeller, able to see it.
And another great finish.
But Westhampton comes right back. And we are tied at 9 on the goal by Megan Tofano. So what turned out as a really good goalie battle in that first half. Now we've really seen the offenses wake up here in the second half, and this one has turned into a shootout as Westhampton looks for the lead.
That one just trickled right over.
Yeah, really kind of in slow motion there. Found its way through the back of the net, and Westhampton coming back from a 4-goal deficit to reclaim the lead. And now in a game like this, we're at the 5-minute mark, so kind of in crunch time now. This is where possessions are really important and really just being able to value the ball. So Lamoureux with the rock for Rocky Point. Looks for Mackenzie Moeller. Got 7 seconds on the clock to look for Vu, and the goal. So Mackenzie Moeller to Fiona Vu. And that one evens this game at 10. This ball's down. And it looks like Violet Freebody for a moment had possession. She's going to get the empty and come up with it here for Rocky Point. So that's a great play by Violet Freebody as Rocky Point looks to reclaim the lead, but that ball does get knocked down and into the stick of Maya Farnan.
We've seen great defense by both teams, which is definitely keeping this game very interesting.
Yeah, even though it's a 10-10 game, there's certainly been some noteworthy defensive plays that have really kind of like led to some momentum plays for both teams.
Without a doubt.
And Ava Derby puts the Hurricanes back in front 11-10. Derby, one of the household names in the class of 2026. Comes up big there.
Yes, Westhampton Beach has another takeaway.
Yeah, Anya Byrne there with the caused turnover.
And they were able to capitalize on that one.
Yes, they were, and that goal goes to Caden Dorn. So that's huge now, a 2-goal lead, 3 minutes remaining. Does Rocky Point have an answer? As that's Moeller to Moeller. Oh, but Maya Farnan all over it. So a really nice save there. And of course, with that shot clock coming into play, Westhampton, they can't really just play keep away here. Have to still execute your offense, still get quality shots. So that still gives Rocky Point a chance.
And another great save there.
Yeah, Breezy Henke coming up big. Oh, and that ball is loose, and the GB gives possession back to Westhampton. So that's a big-time ground ball there. So Peyton Warby with that GB. As Graves dishes to Anya Byrne. Defended there by Megan Curtin. So they go back to Reese King. King takes this one behind the cage at X. And King gets by.
And with that fake, we have another goal, a 3-goal lead here.
Yeah, just a textbook fake and the finish there. You said it, Francesca. And That was kind of easy money for Reese King. So that's huge. A 3-goal lead with about a minute 10 remaining. Oh, and that one looks like it sneaks in, and it does for Fiona Vu. So a 13-11 game now. But Maya Farnan quickly clears. And now with about 3-second difference, shot clock and game clock, Rocky Point really got to start pressuring now. As Westhampton, they can effectively kind of burn the clock here.
We've seen a very strong answer from the Westhampton Beach team. We've seen it from their defense and then their transition offense, which was very exciting to see.
Yeah, for sure. It definitely started on the defensive end, and what was once a 4-goal deficit looks like it'll turn into a 2-goal win here for the Hurricanes, maybe 3. But Breezy says no on that one. But the clock is going to run out, and that's going to do it. So a 13-11 comeback win for the Hurricanes. And we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back shortly with the start of game number 2.